The internet was buzzing over the weekend after it was revealed that Donald Trump is going to be accepting a $400 million flying palace from the country of Qatar. This is a gift that the country is giving to the United States, technically to Donald Trump, so that Donald Trump can use it as his new Air Force One, because Boeing has not delivered the Air Force One planes, 2 of them that Trump ordered years ago. And he's mad about that. He's repeatedly said he's mad about it. So Qatar said, hey, we have a $400 million Boeing 747-8. We're going to give it to you. And by the way, you, Donald Trump, can keep it after your term in office ends. You can just keep Air Force One. Now, this is 100% illegal. The President of the United States cannot accept a gift from another country exceeding $480. And if he does, he has to pay the General Services Administration, the GSA, the actual face value of the item he accepts. So if Trump wants the jet, he can legally keep it so long as he pays the U.S. government $400 million. He's made $1 billion a month since becoming president, so yeah, if you want it, pay for it and it's yours. Fine. But he's not going to do that, okay? Like, let's be clear, Trump is not going to pay the government the $400 million for this jet. He's just going to take it when he leaves, probably loaded up with classified documents again. But this is corruption. This is like blatant bribery from the country of Qatar. And Trump just does it out in the open, and he's actually pissed off that people are pissed off about it. He blasted them on Truth Social. But here's the thing. It's not just the usual suspects that are upset about this, right? It's not just those of us on the left. It's not even the Republicans in the middle. It's MAGA. MAGA is furious about this because at this point, even they can see the blatant, open corruption that Donald Trump is engaging in. Let me read you some of these quotes. Here's what Laura Loomer, who's been palling around with Trump a little too much for comfort recently, right in his ear, basically directing him on what to do. Here's what Laura Loomer said. How are we supposed to ever see the U.S. under the Trump admin designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization if the U.S. is now going to accept a $400 million jet from Qatar to fly the U.S. president and his staff around on? This is something we were promised would happen during the first admin, but it never happened. I love President Trump. I would take a bullet for him. You missed your opportunity to do that, though. I just want to point that out. Like, somebody did try to shoot him last year, and Laura, you were nowhere to be found. But I have to call a spade a spade. We cannot accept a $400 million gift from jihadists in suits. The Qataris fund the same Iranian proxies in Hamas and Hezbollah who have murdered U.S. service members, the same proxies that have worked with the Mexican cartels to get jihadists across our border. This is really going to be such a stain on the admin if this is true, and I say that as someone who would take a bullet for Trump. I'm so disappointed. Okay, well, Laura Loomer's also a little, nutty, in my opinion. So what do some other normal conservatives say about it? Well, National Review editor Philip Klein said this. I'm sure the podcasters who are deeply alarmed by foreign influence will be all over this. Conservative writer, podcast host Ian Hallworth said, call me a crazy rhino neocon, but I think it's bad for the President of the United States to accept the $400 million gift from an Islamist regime that funds terrorist organizations that murder Americans. Conservative radio host Eric Erickson said, quote, the Qatari government is not our friend, cooperates with Iran and its proxies, and funds terrorism and pro-terror propaganda around the world. Now look, I'm willing to bet that if Donald Trump does in fact get this jet here in the United States, the CIA, the FBI, the Secret Service, everybody's going to be doing sweeps of it. And I can promise you they're probably going to find more bugs than an Orkin man. But Trump's going to take it. It would be rude not to, right? That's how he's going to frame it. He's already mad that people are mad. Maybe he backs down. I could see this actually, to be honest with you, something he backs off of, but I don't personally think he will. And, your concerns about Qatar and all that other stuff aside, The fact of the matter is, it's not even legal for him to do it unless he pays the government $400 million. You know, these Republicans all trying to go out there and scaremonger you about all these Islamist extremists are right around the damn corner, like they did in the days after 9/11. The fact of the matter is that this is not legal, okay? It doesn't matter what Qatar is doing over there. I mean, it matters, but in this context, it doesn't. What matters is that he legally can't do it, okay? If he wants to pay the money for it, he can have it. That's legal. If he doesn't, and there's no indication that he will, then guess what? Trump broke the law again. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.